My name is Amber and I'm a Crocheting Beginner Friendly. Today I'm going to show you how to do the waffle stitch. Now I'm going to go slow because this is a beginner friendly channel and I want you guys to understand what it is that you're doing. So the waffle stitch is a 2-row repeat, meaning that it takes 2 rows to make the pattern. So we're going to start off with a chain in a multiple of 3. Any length that you need for your project. I'm going to go ahead and do 21. Today I'm using a Karen Jumbo Ombre yarn. I'll list it in the description below, and a 5.5 millimeter hook. Once you have your chain, you want to add 4 more. And the reason you're doing that is because you want your chain to be the length of your project. So that needs to be in a multiple of 3. I add the additional chain because when I fold it over, that will be my first double crochet stitch. So I'm going to add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I go back into my chain, I'm going to go into that 4th one, and these 3 stitches here will be my first double crochet stitch. Okay, so do a double crochet stitch in this stitch and all the remaining ones. In order to do that, you wrap the yarn around your hook, go into that 4th chain from your hook, not this one that your hook is in, but the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab your yarn, pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Grab your yarn, pull it through. Grab your yarn, pull it through 2 more. That's your double crochet stitch. Now I have 2 double crochet stitches on my chain. I'm going to continue to do a double crochet stitch in every chain until I get to the very end. And I'm just working in the top bump here of my chain. There are other ways to do this, but I like to work in my chain this way. So work on your double crochet stitches all the way till you get to the end. Once you're at the end, we'll start row 2. Alright, so I'm down to the last few here on my row. Just going to finish with my double crochet stitches, and then I want to make sure that I end with multiples of 3 as well. So make sure you go back and you count your stitches and that you still have multiples of 3. Okay. Now that you are done with your first row, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and this is where we start doing the waffle stitch. It has an easy pattern to remember once you get the hang of it. So this chain that I just did is going to count as my double crochet stitch on this row, my first one. I'm going to put in another one on the top loop underneath that V. So this part here, that's a V, you want to go underneath that V for your second double crochet stitch. Okay. The third one, we're going to do something that's called a front post double crochet stitch. It looks like FPDC on your patterns. So front post double crochet stitch. I'm just going to do that double crochet stitch with wrapping my yarn around my hook, and then I'm going to go from the front of my work here underneath this post. This part of your stitch is called a post. I'm going to grab that yarn, pull it under that post, and then finish my double crochet stitch. So it pulls out that stitch, which creates the texture that you're looking for with the waffle stitch. Okay, so the next two is going to be regular double crochet stitches underneath the V on the top loops. The next two, so that one was one, this is two. Then I'm going to go under the front post again. So wrap that yarn around your hook, go underneath the post like this. Grab that yarn, pull through two, pull through two. All right. So the pattern is two up top, one around the post. So if you're reading a pattern for this, it would be two DCs and one FPDC. So two double crochets, one front post double crochet stitch. And do that all the way across to the very end, continuing that pattern all the way to the end. So now that I'm here at the end of row 2, I'm going to continue with that pattern. So one double crochet stitch, second double crochet stitch, and then the third one, I'm going to end my row with a front post double crochet stitch. Okay, that's row 2. Now, a waffle stitch is a 2-row repeat, so we're going to do row 3 now, which is going to be a little bit different than row 2. Chain 3, turn your work. Now, we're going to go opposite what we did in row 2. We're going to do one double crochet stitch up top, which is this first turning chain, and then we're going to go 2 front post double crochet stitches. And you can kind of tell because you'll see that some look like they're pushed forward and some look like they're pushed back. The ones that are pushed back, you want to go on the top. The ones that are pushed forward, you want to go from the front and under the post. Okay, so one double crochet stitch and then 2 front post double crochet stitch. Okay, so again, one double crochet stitch here on the one that's pushed back, and then 2 front post double crochet stitches on the ones that are kind of pushed forward. Continue that pattern all the way till you get to the end of row 3. And then we'll meet back here for row 4. Alright, so here at the end of row 3, I have my double crochet stitch here, and then I'm going to do my last 2 front post double crochet stitches. Now the side that we've been working on here on row 3, we've been working on the back side. You can't really see the waffle pattern yet, but when you turn your work around, you can start to see that that pattern is developing. So that's why it takes 2 rows to make this pattern. On your even rows, you're going to be working on the front side. On your odd rows, you're going to be working on the back side. So you want to try to remember the pattern that we followed. So an easy way for me to remember is that if I'm on an even numbered row, I do 2 up top and 1 front post. If I'm on the odd numbered rows, I do 1 up top and 2 front posts. You know, if you're in the front, you're on an even row. If you're on the back, you're on an odd row. I hope that helps you guys remember the pattern. Just continue row 4 like you would row 2. So again, I'm going to go 2 double crochet stitches and then 1 front post double crochet stitch. And I'm going to continue this for the next few rows. and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like once you have a few rows in. Alright, so this is what it looks like after about 8 rows in, and it looks exactly like a waffle. I love this stitch because it's springy and it's just so like squishy. You have to feel it. But this would be a really great pattern to do washcloths with. Just make sure you're using a cotton yarn or something that's absorbent, or even scrubby yarn would be really good. You can do blankets, scarves, headbands, anything that you really can imagine. People have made dresses out of this. Just be aware that this does take a lot of yarn. It is a yarn eater, so anything that you're going to be making, make sure you have enough yarn. Get more than what you think you're going to need. But I hope this tutorial was helpful. I know you guys can do great things with it, and I can't wait to see the projects you make. Please share them in the comments if you can, and subscribe for more tutorials like this.